All right, good All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Jones. This is Mr. Joseph Bannie, and thank you for joining Voice of Reasoning. On this edition, July 17, we will be discussing why Alex B. Cummings should not be president of Liberia. So sit back, enjoy the show, uh, place in your comments, and let's have an open and stimulative discussion. Welcome, Mr. Bonnie.
Well, hello again, TV and radio world, and my fellow Liberians, and those of you who are listening. Again, we are here with Chu-Chu Jones and I to discuss matters of importance. And these things, perhaps you may feel that we just want to put mouth, Liberian people will say, you just want to put mouth on people. No, it is not just putting mouth on people. But some of these things we are saying are things that we didn't know before. And that led us to have bad governance and bad leaders. Because there are things most of them have on, especially so their behavior and character, that we never knew about them. So we put them in power. But now that we have technology in hands, that we can make personal research, I think this research that we make, we're telling y'all what we see. Y'all need to go back into your research machine engine and see if the truth that we're saying or if it's false. But what we are doing here is to give you a heads up how to choose the right leader for our country. Because these things that we say, we got other areas that we need to always protect. As a matter of fact, we need to protect our culture and our traditions and our country as a whole. Because a country that loses its tradition and a culture is not a country, you know. And these people that come in power, they come and damage our heritage, our economic, our resources. These are all things that we need to protect. So as you listen to us, I urge you all to listen and let's all be civil, please. Let us be civil. We are not here cussing nobody. We're not insulting anybody, but just telling you all the truth that we know about those people. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bonnie. And once again, we have to have an informed population in order to have democracy. You cannot have stupid people on the media giving information about people to for people to vote for that the only reason they're doing it is for government position or is their friend or their tribal people. So it behooves us, all Liberians, to take the time to be able to educate the public, giving a different view from the narrative you're hearing. If you go to any one of the Cummings station, the Truth FM, they will tell you Cummings is the Messiah.
Mhm.
Go to George Weah station, they will tell you George Weah,
Is the Messiah.
has lived gold sidewalks of gold in Liberia. You go to Joseph Boakai, useless people, they will tell you how Joseph Boakai, as minister, he grew food in Liberia, was self-sufficient. They will tell you how when he was vice president, everything was good, and the only problem was Ellen, and the only problem was everybody else. There's no independent voice, there's no reasoning. And you can't have a democracy with those things absent. As we mentioned earlier, the purpose we're here today. We started with Tewan Gonglo. Then we went to George Weah. You can go back and review the tapes. So we're not on anybody's side.
Mhm.
And so today we're gonna today lay the case for any sound, reasonable Liberian person to look and say, does this man represent what we want in Liberia? Does this man has the moral, the integrity? Is his values the same as your values? That's the question you need to ask yourself. So again, thank you, and we'll start the show. Um, Before we start the show, I just want to bring another sidetrack. I was kicked today and becoming very, very, very unpopular, Mr. Bannie. know, something, the greatest writer and greatest change agents in the world, from Martin Luther King to Nelson Mandela
Mm-hmm.
or Gandhi. If the people not suppressing you, then you nobody.
No, you're not.
In order for you to know that you're making a mark, that means they got to block you. They got to
They got
stop
to buy you.
you, take
Yeah.
down your posts, burn your messages. So I feel very good today that the people who call themselves journalists, the Musa Ability Truth FM, that I produce a show for economic and business. The same people that I supported the journalism school, they call me, oh, give people scholarship. The same people, when they have issues, they call me to help them. Why they block me? They want to turn something that is meant for the Liberian people into the political propaganda. They want to go back and bring the same Ellen people, this useless Burma family men who are minister, they eating $8,000. The people in Liberia suffering. They won't come back in government now. So they've been sitting down for 5 years with no jobs. They can't work anywhere outside Liberia. So their friends, Silla, Christopher, Silly, which is a useless man, okay, call himself journalist, can't even write, can't even articulate. They made a decision today to remove me from the chat room. First, they removed me from the show that I produce.
Mm-hmm.
Then they won't use the show and the people that I carry there. So they let child stealer. Different from child stealer. You see somebody has something, you can't produce it, so you want to get rid of them, and then you take it.
Yeah.
Talking
Neighbor.
about yeah. So I just want the public to know the modeling say these are politicians, useless people who supporting the broadcast and the comments. And the only purpose here is they want job that they're not qualified for. Who will take these people who can't even articulate and make the information minister or any kind of important position? So what they do, they form a little group, a little tribal group, and which is
Mm-hmm.
destroying us. And when one person get against you or you talk against one person, then the whole group will start speaking to you.
Oh, yeah. That's what spoiling our community nowadays, you know.
Mm-hmm,
Every man again, like I like this Patrick Lumumba
mm-hmm.
quote. Everyone has his own thief
Yeah,
that they protect. As long as they are eating from that person, they don't care for the other villagers,
yeah,
you know. But I think, Chu-Chu, what what I am looking at projecting is that if this show continues, this show will be one of the best among all Liberian media that talk to the people. Why?
mm,
Because we're not taking side with anybody.
exactly.
We
And,
are
and,
not
and,
taking
and
side.
Mr. Barney, that's what the journalism is about. That's what the
Yes.
media should be about. But instead, the media are useless propaganda these days. So we got to substitute and help the public by analyzing and coming or taking our time for our business schedule. God will bless us.
Right.
We're not doing it for them.
And one thing I want to inject is that this does not mean that we can't say good about other people. I mean, if you do the good, we'll say it. But remember, in equation, a negative plus positive is always negative.
Yep.
Yet we already also know that you cannot be 100% correct. But at least for our country's sake, country come first, then the people second, then me and you as a citizen. As a matter of fact, that was my slogan for my party.
Mm,
Liberia first. Then and only then, me and you as citizen.
right.
But the country has to come first. Now, if you cannot serve the country first, but want to serve first you, then that's a negative aspect
And
that
you
we'll
know,
talk about.
and God is my witness. Even George Ria, when he does the right thing, I defend him.
Yes, yes. We defend him. For me,
Even
I
when the
defend him.
people accusing me of supporting Porga, which I never did, what I said was, if you have 4 political leaders and 3 of them agree to select one person, then that's democracy. Now what I said, oh, they call me Porga supporter. So, well, I'm not supposed to say the truth. I'm not supposed to support somebody when they do the right thing. So the Chris Seller man, you
Yeah,
know,
it is. It
I
is
didn't know
crazy.
him before, nothing
It is
personal.
crazy.
In fact, I praised him as one of the journalists in Liberia that I saw was doing the right thing until he brought his Bama Kamara man. Okay, this man was central bank deputy governor. Okay, for economic research or something. Where the research did not produce. You take a man who supposed to have created shows for economic and business. He
Hmm.
created right? Somebody who this show has been going on for over 45 years. It's been going on 6 months consistently. I went on and brought, I worked very hard and brought smart people, economic people to come on. You bring this man for 1 day, you destroy everything. How
Right.
investor will go to Liberia? If I know of an investor today, and I do, that say I won't go and fix Hotel Africa, I want to invest. Why would I tell that investor to go to these people? I would say go to Sierra Leone, go to Ghana. I said because what will happen is you go there, you put your money there, they will gang up against you and bring politics, and you will
Yeah.
lose. And my
And
reputation,
then you become the bad person that recommended.
exactly. You doing
You
it to
see?
me.
Yeah.
You doing it to me. So
Hmm.
like I said, they will not survive because there's the internet and there's information. Me, I got my own media now, and I
Right.
will write about them. The whole world will know about them. Even when they go to American embassy, when they put a name there, they will see corrupt people. I got that power to do that, and I'm going to do it.
I hope the embassy will be watching us.
Oh, I'll share all my team with them. I'll share all my team with them. So
Yeah.
that's the price you pay when you want to be corrupt. That's the price you should pay. We take corrupt people in the society, like saints. When somebody is dishonest, because you see the dishonesty, you may look at it as something small. Oh, you kick somebody out of the show because they disagree with your friend or your tribal man. You may look at that small, but that is what
Hmm.
destroyed Liberia today.
Exactly. It
That is
starts
what
small.
destroyed Liberia today. John, we didn't get up
Everything
and
starts
become
small.
corrupt. Communists didn't get up one day and become corrupt. But what happened? Go back to our topic. And I can tell you, and I challenge all of them. The last show we did on Gonglo, people call and they want to discuss. Everything we say, they verify it. They want
Right.
us to support them just because they say, oh, things were difficult. If things difficult like bro, you can take the position, resign.
Yeah.
You take the solicitor
Resign.
general position. You can't perform it. You take minister, you can't perform it. Then we'll trust you with the presidency.
You see? He can perform. He didn't perform in any place of, even as a lawyer, he called himself poor man lawyer.
The bar association, you
You
there
know?
and you admitting people who are from different country
You see?
or Womodiki. Right under your nose. You can do research. You can hear the man
Yeah.
accent to say our law says you should not bring people who are foreigner, but they're all corrupt. So
Right, they are.
they're listening. Most of the time they don't click because they want us to know whether they're listening, but that's ignorance. Because I listen to anything. Even when you criticizing me, I will listen to you, so I can have a
Hmm.
response. So let's go into Alexander Cummings. We don't have
Okay.
anything personal against Alexander Cummings. I think one time I even said, if there was a political party that I would have joined, would have been ANC. Why? Because I felt there was they was trying to stand up for something with Kwame Clemens, where they were going out and bringing people who were qualified. Alexander Cummings got in ANC and turned it into a despotic, totalitarian institution. He controls everything. If you say one negative thing about Alexander Cummings, you order ANC. How is Alexander Cummings today different from Josh Weah or Charles Taylor or any one of these people? So I'll let you start, let you lead. Why
Okay.
Alexander Cummings is not worthy of becoming president of Liberia?
In the first place, ladies and gentlemen, and listeners, uh, before I took the decision that I took to form my own political party that I called the People's Party (TPP), I didn't just jump into it. I think I'm a man of principle. And this is why most of the time I'm always standing alone. Even when I started with the church, I was like 10 years old when actually, I got into church business, 1968, you know. And ever since that time, even though in my adulthood now, it was always problem with me and my parents. We could not agree on certain things, on certain principles. When it came to principle issues, I'd rather go alone. And that's why today most of them just back off. And I'm glad, I'm good with it. If it is not right, it is not right. Even if I go against it, let me bear the punishment. But you see, Chu-Chu, like me and you on this show, if I'm going to do wrong and you know it's wrong, I went against the policy, and you don't punish me, if you go against it, I will punish you.
That's how it's supposed to be.
It's like what Donald Trump said when they were debating him and Hillary Clinton. They accused him of tax evasion. But at the time in New York, Hillary was a senator, was a senator there. You know, so when they put Donald Trump to the wall, Donald Trump asked, he said, "Were you the senator there that you had the authority to have post up to it?" He said, "He didn't post up to it."
Right.
So I went ahead and did what I had to do as a citizen.
Right.
So why come up now? So the thing here we're saying is that, look, if I'm going to say what is wrong and not get punished for it, you say it wrong, I'll punish you. I think that's how we should be. You know, everybody tend to go their way when they can get away with it. But when you break the law, let the law be applied. So what I'm not saying is CDC, I started off first with where Madam Salid, we all, by that time I was never in politics. But CDC was actually when I started getting involved with politics. I was in fact the Secretary General for the chapter in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Me and one Bannie Kenny. The two of us were the one who set up the chapter. And we used to have the meeting in my apartment. I used to buy food and everything, invite people. With the hope that we had in George Weah, that George Weah would come to change. And everybody had a notion that where he's young, he's from the grassroots, he's going to do the right thing. So we all put our arm behind him. Not until when he had Joe Howard Taylor to be his vice president and start bringing men like Alex Taylor and all those people, or Alex Tyler, and all the corrupt folks. That's when I back off because that's not my principle. We thought this man was going to come in, bring in justice, and straighten up the country. But when he started doing the same old, that's when I back up because that's not again my beliefs. Then I jumped behind Alexander Cummings, 2017. When I traveled in Liberia, I campaigned for him, even though not a legal or known campaigner, but I fought for him. I fell for him then. I went to several communities in Dupo Road area. That's Alexander Cummings was the best. Not until I got to know about him. You see, where we do things blindly. But my people, when we are walking as blind men, the day our eyes open, we see the truth. Yeah, let's say it. That's when I left from behind him when it was discovered that Alexander Cummings was supporting homosexuality. What would it be like in Liberia? We are already suffering from this drug addicts. Our children have all gone cuckoo, and you're going to come to change our heritage, our culture, our traditions. When they asked Ellen Johnson on this note about homosexuality, Ellen Johnson said, no, we will not. I will not condone it. We have a certain culture and traditional values. And she said, we want to continue with those values. And those values are man and a woman. And that's why we teach our children. That's why we have our aunts, our uncles in the village, teaching us the traditional values. But I'm so bewildered that Liberia, even abroad, our children don't know our culture or our traditions. And these are things we need to be teaching instead. There's somebody's coming to be a president. Nations and people in country always abide by what the president do. In fact, most people like to copy after leaders. What if this man come out there and with all these homosexual organizations in America supporting him to promote homosexuality in Liberia or Africa for that matter, and this man become president? What would become of Liberian population, young population? I'm not denying the fact that homosexuality is not in Liberia, but just as in other countries, yeah, they are over. But for a leader to come out boldly as a leader and say, I support it, that changed the whole ball game. Then a leader coming out to say, no, I don't support it, but you can't do it. That level your discretion. So I'm afraid that Alexander Cummings, a homosexual lifestyle that he's continued to struggle with, he's just hiding behind. Because I made a research, Chu-Chu. I made a research. And like I said, we have the engine in our hands, research engine. Go on Google and type in Alexander Cummings and gay rights. $1 million donation to promote homosexuality in Liberia. And beside that, there was a $10 million donation from a gay right from in Atlanta, Georgia, that supported in 2017 elections, 2017, when he was doing his campaign. And those things, remember, nobody will give you their money without a return. There will be no investors coming to Liberia to with $1 million and just say, I'm going to just waste it on you without any profit. And that profit was for Alexander Cummings to promote homosexuality that we call gay. That's woman and woman should marry, man and man to marry. This is bad for our country. We are very small and we have a cultural and traditional values. But people, Alexander Cummings cannot be president. Of course, other factors that Chu-Chu would name
Mr.
would be
Bannie,
there.
you are playing something about his struggle with homosexuality. Do you have
Yeah,
that clip? Can
yeah.
you play
I
it for
gotta
us,
look for
please?
it. Yeah, let me look for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, while you're talking, I'm looking for it.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't like the nonsense of people who just follow people. And let me be very clear, all right? Whoever wants a certain lifestyle, that's the prerogative. The
Right.
only thing I'm saying, don't force it on other people.
As a
Don't
leader,
force it
when
on
you say
other people.
it, when you say it as a leader, people take it to be a leader now in the place.
Yeah,
Like what
absolutely.
Obama did. You think homosexual were not in America? It was. But when
Right.
Obama came up and said yes, so it just became now wild. It's better
Yeah.
for you to just keep quiet and let the people do what they got to do.
All right. So will you have that? Because I've seen a lot of on the internet. Yeah, SoundCloud, Alexander Cummings confuses says being gay in his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Uh, and the part you point of supporting getting funding from institutions that are known to promote gay, including Coca-Cola. There's no you know refute to that. Coca-Cola is a prime time supporter of gay
Hmm.
rights. If Alexander Cummings was an executive there, he had to approve it. You understand what I mean?
Right.
He had to. It's not like he was an ordinary man working. And I will share this. It's right there on the site. So why is he coming and deceiving the Liberian people? Why can't he just stand up and like he did, I think in 2017, do an interview and said this is something that you know is struggling with. Why is he lying this late day? Yeah,
Why?
Coca-Cola.
Why not? He saying I don't support it. If I say it was
And
a
why would you
bullshit.
want someone who don't stand up for what they believe in?
He says it's a bullshit.
Why wouldn't you stand up for someone who does not believe in what they believe in? If you believe that it's a good thing for Liberia or for people, then come on and say, don't be a con man, because that's the definition of a con man. The definition of a con man is someone, who cheats and tricks someone by gaining their trust and pursuing them to believe something that they are not.
Hmm.
Okay, so why would we get a con man to come, just the way how he came and said, "Oh, I'm a clean hand, Parker is corrupt, you is corrupt, all these people don't support them." Then you turn around and you go and you form an alliances with them.
Right.
What can
That's
I carry?
another. That's another point on him.
That's
That's
another
another
point.
issue.
You know, like I said,
Condemn everybody
uh-huh,
of doing the same thing the same way.
right.
He comes in and doing the same thing the same way.
I'm saying you don't
Who,
have to say that. You don't.
who are you?
You
Who
that's what
are
I'm saying.
you?
So certain laws don't apply to certain people in Liberia. You can come out and condemn other people and call them corrupt. But then you go and join them and you don't want you and your foolish people don't want anybody to call you corrupt. They on the internet these days, oh, everything broadcast this and that. But they were not seeing that where Ellis Cummings were part of the CPP. That's the kind of problem. So, like I said, this is that. Coca-Cola is one of the top people in terms of supporting gay rights around the world.
Yeah,
Okay, not for Liberian media, it's right there. You know, having received 100% human rights campaign on its corporate equality index every year since 2006. Coca-Cola is a long-standing supporter of the LGBTQ community. What does Cummings has to say about this? If you're supporting it at Coca-Cola, why wouldn't you support it in Liberia when you're president?
right. Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
As Coca-Cola went around Africa, they spread that lifestyle. I'm not here to tell anybody what right, right, wrong, but what you believe in is what we want to hold you to. We're going to hold you to what you believe in, what you have promoted. We're going to hold you to that. So I,
Okay. Here is it. I
yeah.
got it.
So let's move that from the screen, and then put the one you have there where you're struggling with a thing.
Yeah. Here is it.
Mm-hmm. You push it a little bit on it, all right, and put it up, please.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah,
Okay. Let me take the play. Okay.
all right.
Question on gay rights. And I've answered this question, perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with.
Lifestyle that I struggle with.
The right way? I don't know if that's a very sensitive. It's a very sensitive issue, and I don't know if that's a right. A strict with youth support is something that you would, you know. Mohammed, I think I've answered the question the way I'm comfortable answering it. And again, I gotta be authentic to who I am. There will be a political answer that people will perhaps want to hear, but I gotta be real, Alex, and I want the Liberian people to see the real person, and that I will not change my answer to suit different situations. I think that's the kind of leader we should be looking for.
No, let go back to the part you talk about. He struggled with it. Let play it one more time, please, because I don't want all the nonsense people who will be on listen to this media will say we're making things up. So let it play it good. Let hear it from the house's mouth where Alexander Cummings said about gay rights.
Question on gay rights. And I've answered this question perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with.
You hear that?
Thank you very much. We got it down. All right.
It's a lifestyle that I struggle with.
Okay. So
if you are not doing it, why are you struggling with it?
Exactly. So that, and that's the problem. I can't believe about some young Liberians and educated people and people who have reason, older people, because they say older people should have wisdom. Yes, a man himself saying it. And he said in our interview, I'm not going to change my answer for political reason. He has.
No, there you go. See?
How can you trust a man like this?
So he's just lying to the public, but it's deep in him. It's in him. He's not going to change.
Alex Jones said, Alex Cummings is a con man. Someone who I just read the definition of what a con man is. All right. And that's who Alex Cummings is. He lies. He lies about everything. Nobody can dispute that because I'm glad we play on this media because the other media, they're so corrupt and he pays them money to come on. So they would never say these things. They would never show it. Okay. And what is that? What I wanted to put there. Okay. Anyways, I will get it. But two things. Two things. One, Coca-Cola supports gay rights 100%. The chief operating officer is responsible for promoting that in a corporation. Correct?
Right.
All right. So what's the noise about? He himself saying it. He worked with an institution that promoted it, that still promoting it. Let him be a freaking man, not a little girl, and come on and tell the Liberian people the truth, who he is. Okay? Who he is. If the people won't vote for you, they'll vote for you. If they want to support you, they support you. But stop this lying, this deception here, thinking you can buy your way, you can all talk anybody. All right. So that's one issue. The gay issue. Alexander Cummings self-admitted.
So we prove it, right?
We prove it. Nobody
We
can
prove
stand for us tomorrow and say, oh, somebody lied on Alex Cummings. Oh, he didn't say that. It's on record on this show. What's our reasoning? When the first time in Liberian history, we played it, and that's Alexander Cummings himself in the video, seeing it. So I think we can quiet that out. And if you want the video, we can send it to you. Nobody here to be against anybody, but we must hold people accountable for who they are. Let's go to the second issue here, which I want to bring up here, and I think I touched on it earlier. You cannot say you're coming, to do something differently, and come and do the same exact despotic things,
Mm-hmm.
and you want me to give you a pass and support you. And I will go into details because I know ANC the inside out. I have friends there. I knew them before even Alex Cummings got in ANC. Okay, I knew the people who were running ANC, the members of ANC. Okay, this man, Kwame Clements, should have been the standard bearer of ANC. Kwame Clements was the leader of ANC. Alex Cummings listening to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Somehow, she was able to convince him, oh, you can be president. I was in Atlanta at the time. Okay. And I think Ellen used to stay at his house when he came to America. And that's what Gardner said. The idea that, first of all, Alex Cummings, our second man at Coca-Cola, that's not true. Alex Cummings was the fourth person at Coca-Cola. You had the president, you had his chief financial officer, the vice president, before it came to Alex Cummings. So to those of you who don't know corporate America, and corporate America, Alex Cummings did not build Coca-Cola. He did not build a business. He went there. Coca-Cola was already making billions of dollars. It had been around for over 100 years. Is that me going to JP Morgan or Citibank and saying, because I was there, I changed and brought development to JP Morgan? That's not how it worked. Okay. So that idea that, oh, what he did at Coca-Cola, that was his job. Anybody else, he's not at Coca-Cola right now. Is Coca-Cola not making money? Okay. So the next point here is the man went to ANC and he bribed. And there's a video, a focus on Liberia interview, okay, with his advisors, one of his chief advisors, I forgot the man name, who said Alex Cummings paid money to get ANC. There was a rule in ANC that before you become an executive member of ANC, you have to be in the party for 1 year. Okay. This man came, in a few months' time, he bribed the people, he became the standard bearer of ANC. Now tell me, is that the man who you will say you can trust with the country? He will be worse than George Weah. Then he took ANC, kicked Kwame Clements, all these people out of the party, all right, and brought in all his stooges, Muna Fahar, all these people then who obviously they're nobody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brought them and stuck them in ANC, changed it to political leader because political leadership was not a title that George Weah brought that mess. And Cummings King, who say you're not going to can't do the same thing, he can't do the same thing because it's a political leader, which means whether you lose election, you stay there.
Right.
So how can a man who don't practice democracy in his own political party. You know, guarantee democracy in Liberia. The party you got, you bought it. Democracy is not for sale. It's for the people to decide. Every day they say they're having convention. They're taking these hard-working nurses and laborers. They're taking their $125, taking their money, and Alice Cummings is enjoying himself, passing around, fooling them that he will be president of Liberia and he will get a job. Right. Most of them will cry November 10th because they now wasted 5 years of their lives behind this corn artist who lies about his own identity. And today, so they will get, when we were talking, they were cussing us up. The same time, one way, all these people that were behind here eating the little money. Today, the same one that came out are coming out today to talk about this man's inability to lead. So I don't know what you have to say about this, but that's 2 points. Gay issue, not doing the same thing and expecting a different result. He's guilty of both of those. He's done the same things, going around buying vote, even giving people that Prince Johnson money. The people in America work hard, they put their money together to go to the gala. Ellis Cummings takes it and give it to Prince Johnson. What good is that? You're going to people that Prince Johnson to support you. You're going to the same Jeremiah Combs to be your vice president and Youngblade, Kanga Lawrence. How are you different? Okay. My hunch is this man was forcibly retired from Coca-Cola. In corporate America, they rarely fire you publicly when you're at an executive level. The way they do it is they eliminate your position. So he got out of Coca-Cola by force, right? Because the position no longer exists. So they kick out. So you're forced into retirement. Looking for another opportunity to make money. That's where he came up with a political thing in Liberia. Because he saw how Eleanor was stealing and enriching themselves. So he like, okay, because nobody retire at 60 years old in corporate America. How many people retire from that position? Usually you will go and either get a higher position or you move to another company. But this man, he's found, to milk Liberians, the stupid young ones there here in America who want, who looking for opportunity, telling them that want to be president, you'll be this. Those are the ones who are behind him. They can't think for themselves. They are delusional. Okay. I made a case. 3 years ago, I was talking about this man. 4 years ago. They never listened to me, Mr. Bannie. They seen Darius DeLong, I told them about it. And when it comes for taking Darius DeLong and praising him, okay, the same Ellen, the same we are. I'm telling you again about Ellis Cummings. That it will come up that this man is not a legitimate man. He's not an honest man. And we'll go to the next point. If you want to come in, you can come in. This building thing has just come out. Okay. Where Alice Cummings owned this building in Liberia. I heard about it. We saw videos of it with Muna Fahar showing the elevator. Liberian people how gullible they are. They want to show this man as a multi-millionaire now. Come to find out, this man does not own that building. No journalists have asked him directly on any interview whether the building is his or not. And they know he does not own the building. But he should. So the man ran for president before even having a house in Liberia. Okay, I will show you the building. Okay. The building is owned by an investment company, which he happens to be part of. It's not his property. Why lie? If you can lie about, there you go, I got a video. If you start lying about things like that, please help us put this this video up.
Most of the member leaders who
I'm just getting I just make the research where this man is naming Tewan Gonglo as one of the founder of the Nimba Defense Force.
Yeah, we'll go, but we're coming back to Congo maybe 2 days from now
Yeah, I
because
just want to get there.
so you can bring and turn him back. We will come back with him.
So
But yeah, here's the building on. Here's the building in Liberia, and
in my store, I got it.
they claim that this was Alexander Cummings' building. Okay,
Let's see.
it recently surfaced that this building does not belong to him.
One from anything,
And
right?
all along, Alexander Cummings knows it does not belong to him,
One
or he has not come out to clarify. But
Dr.
he's,
Got
playing with the Liberian people to pretend he has all this money. So God forbid he becomes president and he start building a property, then he would tell like what George Weah did, right? Remember what George Weah did with it, with saying that he got all this money, and so he became president. 6 months later, he built the 47 units. That's the same trick that Alexander Cummings is playing. Okay, the house you say he building 2 years now, you can't finish. How can you be a multi-millionaire to build a little house in Liberia? It will take you 2 years to build it. You've been in Liberia for almost 6 years. You're living you're living in a condominium, claiming that it's yours.
So
So any other person, me and you, we're not claiming we're rich people,
in my
Mr. Bannie. But this man came and say he's multi-millionaire, he'll build factory in Liberia, he'll bring jobs in Liberia. Why he can't build his building or build his house? I don't know what you have to say about that.
Right. See, I got it set. Go ahead.
Yeah. So no, I'm talking about a building for which Mona Fahad, because I can quote her on that. We saw the video.
Right.
She, in this building, 2017, claiming that you see Alexander Cummings building and you're showing pictures or video of it to confuse the Liberian people that this man has all the money in the world.
I saw it. I saw this building.
Okay, it's not his building. He has not come out and say it's his building. If I'm lying, let Alexander Cummings come out. He can call right now and tell the Liberian people he owns that building. You gotta verify. You can let people, Charles King lied to you. Ellen King, she lied to you. Okay? Darius King, he lied to you. Ellis coming, he lying to you again. You can't ask questions.
You see? No, the people don't ask questions.
What is to asking? You own a building or you renting there? You know what? No, there's no shit. I'm not saying you have to own a building to be president, but stop lying and deceiving people, because that's what has got like people corrupt. If the leaders can be honest about themselves, what they have and what they don't have, then how will the people be honest? How will you fight corruption when you yourself lying about things that you don't own and you portraying it as you own it? There are millionaires in Africa. The whole list here, the richest people in Africa, all their wealth is shown for the public to see. In Nigeria, Ghana, they're not politicians. These are all the African multi-millionaires. There's hundreds of them. You can go online, you can see exactly where the person made their money. You can see how much their net worth is. Okay? Why when it comes to Alexander Cummings is a secret?
It's a secret.
Why is it a secret? In America, yeah, you can see how much Donald Trump got, what he said he got, and what the real amount he got. The press people to put it up. Joe Biden they put his net worth up.
His net worth up.
They put his house up. They put what he owns, what he doesn't own. When I tell you people, we have the great killer in Liberia, we have useless, corrupt politicians who takes money from these people in order for them to promote them. Your thing I'm playing, and our country will not go anywhere until we first will clean up these useless politicians calling themselves journalists. These are the people who carrying the lies of people that Alex Cummings. And they are wicked people. They're very wicked. Because they only care about the $100 or $200 Alex Cummings gonna get them after the interview. Okay, the Chris Lee, the Madeline, all of them running around getting hotel rooms for these people. So they can come out there and spread lies about them.
So they can come out there when the men win, they give them position that they don't even work for.
But I will be on the back.
That's what it is. I mean, you know what really, really surprises me is folks who live abroad, who see the wrong, will support wrong in Liberia to suppress the people. What is it because we in America, England, Europe, and other places just eating hamburger free while people struggling over there? I think it should behoove of us, we who are abroad, to give light to the people. But you know, when Cummings came here, I think 2 weeks ago in Philadelphia to raise funds, people came from here in Indiana, all over the country, to go there to support him, give him millions of. I think he left right here with thousands of dollars. Then he comes out there and portray that he is the richest man, you know. And then these people know that this man has no good character. You know, he is not honest with the Liberian people, but they will push him into being a head of state or being a leader. Or the thing, you know, when Cummings take over, he's gonna hold everybody there. Now, you Liberians in Liberia, you should know this. Ellen Johnson did it. She lied to you that she will face Liberia, she will bring employment and everything. When Ellen Johnson said he took over, who did she bring to work in her government? The majority of Ellen Johnson's cabinet were all people from America and Europe, her friends, children, and forgot y'all. Still, Liberian people, you can't understand. When we're telling you the truth, these people are lying to you, they're lying to you, you will not understand it. If Alice Cummings wins, they bring it back Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, same principles.
They bring in by Robert Sirleaf.
If Ellen is supporting Ellen Johnson, if Ellen is supporting Alice Cummings will be in Ellen Johnson pocketbook. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all can't see the thing and know. Look at George Weah. George Weah was in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf pocket. When George Weah took over, what did she do with it? Nothing. Who became the ambassador to South Africa? The Ellen's son.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't even think about that. Why Ellen's son had to go to South Africa when there are rumors that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf have a property in South Africa? You didn't think about that Robert Sirleaf was sent there to take care of the property and government paying him? You see the stealing, my brother?
That's why I tell you, the people, some of them
Ellen Johnson steal our resources and build her mansion or whatever she have in South Africa. Now she take her son to go there while Liberians paying the son for the. You see, I mean, this is so much evil and corrupt to its core. You steal my property, then I should pay somebody to Bannie for you. You're getting all the results. I mean, the benefits. The same thing Alice Cummings will do. Alice Cummings cannot be president of Liberia and Liberia become better. Alice Cummings will be worse.
Let's go to another point. You know,
it'll be worse.
I did my homework when I was, running. Alice Cummings was on the board of directors at what you call IB Bank.
IB Bank, yes.
Okay. I saw it on his profile. I did a screenshot of it and everything. This man, when he saw the corruption of IB Bank is one of the most corrupt banks in Liberia. The money that came from Europe for businesses, they ate that money. They gave all the business loans to their friends, none of which pay, including Benson and all these people. All the concessions, 16 billion in concession. Alice Cummings and his investors, along with the Ellen administration, they took most of that money in order to give these people favorable contracts. So he's worked against the Liberian people. I challenge any one of them. Let them discuss it. Okay. When he noticed that this could come out with his corrupt Rodney Sear, because Rodney Sear is one of the most corrupt journalists in the whole world. Okay. He's so corrupt, even you see a face corruption rating on it. Because I have seen text messages between he and Alice Cummings.
Okay.
Okay. Between he and Alice Cummings. Plotting against Walker. That's how then this man talking about he running a journalist, he's serving the Liberian people. That's why none of the Liberian journalists and media have any kind of respect in Liberia.
No, they have no credibility. No credibility at all.
So he's the one being there. Alice Cummings paying him to promote Alice Cummings. So they took that out. Even the Charlene Bromsky. The Charlene Bronsky is on the board of director at IB Bank, representing the mining companies and the foreign investors that store our resources. That's the person you want to take and put in power. The people who help steal your resources from your children, your grandchildren, and line the pocket. So you tell me a lot that Shadin Bronsky is not board of director at IB Bank and that IB Bank is not corrupt. So I can pull it up. And they don't want to hear the truth. You can't suppress the truth.
They can, but
so IB Bank. So all the things you're talking about, like I said, so he left from Coca-Cola. They forced him to retire him. He looking for opportunity. He went to Liberia, joined IB Bank, helped corrupt Liberia. Then he took that from his resume. So they wash it. You know, they seen it wash it. So nobody can know.
Yeah. The bleach it. Hillary Clinton.
There you go.
The bleach
so nobody can know that the man is corrupt. Okay, the man is dishonorable. Alex Cummings is a corrupt, dishonorable man going back from the party. And if we allow people that are to elevate in society, then we'll do ourselves injustice.
Yes.
Like 5 million people. You don't need 4 corrupt, useless ones.
The same old people. You know what we're surprised? We're not surprised because corrupt man, what do you expect a corrupt man to do? You always got to flop with the same birds of the same feathers. You know, look at those very people who corrupt the government, you know, continue to recycle when he cry against recycling. How many people he have in his government that have never been in government before? Tell me.
Exactly.
All those people who has been a public nuisance to our country are the same very people Alexander Cummings condemned at first and turned around and the door went back to his vomit.
Next point. The Daniel Che, the Chancellor Defense Minister, and the man sat there and he made this man part of his campaign team. They took out Macintosh, the one who ate Liberian money, $10,000-$15,000 a month. They can't even show you a website.
How can a dog vomit and turn again to go back to eat that same vomit?
Okay.
Alexander Cummings, you condemn everybody.
The Louis Brown. The man's with the same people they ain't talking about. You know, I believe, you know what? Education is overrated. Because some of the very people in America who say they went to school, they got 4 years degree, they act like fools.
Exactly.
Take a person like Louis Brown. You don't know Louis Brown? The notorious Louis Brown for child sitter? Do you know Daniel Chair? And
these people have destroyed the country, destroyed it. You turn around again and they become your angels.
Exactly.
Your demons.
But then they would justify it. Oh yeah, when they make but wasn't he saying that he was the man who was going to come and do something different? Ain't that what he said? Why should we bring somebody to do the same thing? Then they'll leave George Weah alone.
Right. This is where Mr. Jones
say he was coming to do something different.
This is where Alex, people try to accuse me of being seditious. I said no. How many devils we going to create? How many corrupt folks we going to create? I mean, if we can't find anyone good, let Joe Weah go back. It is better we deal with one demon than trying to run after several demons. You know, because all these guys, they are all corrupt and evil and demons. So let Joe Weah go back. At least at the end of the tenure, we can only be looking for one person. I mean, 2 persons. That Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joy Weah. But we should not be creating another demons and another demon and demons. That's why today we got a lot of warlords in Liberia. We don't even know how many of them.
And some of you may ask, okay, what should we do? And we'll have a show for that. So keep following.
Oh yeah, we'll have a show for it.
Okay. From this, we're dealing with a full useless, corrupt politician. After that, we'll go to the useless, corrupt journalists and media in Liberia. And then we'll go to solutions. But you got to know where you're coming from before you know where you're going.
Yeah, we got to show you the problem.
Exactly. Yeah. And the problem is ourselves. We take the most useless, corrupt, calm artists that lies on the smallest things. And we get them power. Then we cry. and your children suffering. Where has
Yes.
Alice Cummings done for you in Liberia? What companies have you brought in Liberia to help you?
Where's Alice? Where is case at?
Must you
Huh?
be in power before you can build factory in your country? The man is desperate.
See?
The man is desperate. He's desperate because the money he wants from the presidency. That's why he don't want any job in Liberia, because he's used to getting that millions of dollars, and now he's ran out of it. Okay, giving it to for people to support him, buying newspaper, buying press people. If money finished now, so he won't be president by any means, so he can recoup that money. And
He can recoup it. You see?
the little money that he getting now, that board of director money and stuff like that money, he squander his resources just like George Weah.
You know.
You don't even have a house in the country. You say you're from Maryland County. Where your house? You live in Maria. You live in an apartment. You live in a condo.
But here is the disheartening part that these BB people can do, right? If you have such $1 million to be wasted, look at the amount of $1 million Ellis wasted. Say going here when he went to Nima County, the money you have, Ellis, like Bernard Ayre too, you know, he too have a seafort. You're sitting out over millions and millions of dollars in Liberia. There is no job for people. You could establish your private business, factory, rubber slippers. Instead of Firestone sending all the rubbers abroad, you could buy the rubber right there. Not even from Firestone, from local farmers. No, in fact, that will promote rubber farming in Liberia for local farmers. Buy their goods and either sell it to Firestone, or you make rubber factory. With all the millions of dollars you have. But instead you want to bribe people for their votes, come in government and steal more. I mean, this is very out of the box.
Alice Cummings was capable as the king.
It's bad.
Who can bring business to Liberia? If you are bringing jobs for Liberia,
the schools are okay, but how many teachers do you have to teach in all the schools?
Big for school. You can say you got STEM school, science and engineer school. You got science and engineer teachers.
You got no instructors.
Who teaching the school? And
in fact, how many jobs school can create?
That was is the most expensive.
Open factory, man.
It's the most expensive school in Liberia. Are you open job? You say you're going to go help poor people that live on $2 a day, and you charge hundreds of dollars for school. You're exploiting them. And
it's just stupid. It's just stupid on these guys' part, man.
Nobody will say the truth, because all these people, especially the ones in America, they sit in America. They don't have a career. They don't want to work hard for their own things. They want to ride on some useless politician. That's the way to glory. Let the Americans there. If you got an education in America, unemployment is like 3%.
Right.
You can get a job. You don't need to sit down here and sell your soul and lie and be on social media protecting somebody that you barely know. When did you start knowing Alice Cummings? Where did you know him from? For 40 years, nobody knew about Alice Cummings. Alice Cummings could not even identify himself as Liberian. He's a U.S. citizen. He never wanted to be associated with Liberians. All the refugees that went to Nigeria when Alice Cummings was there, how many of them know him?
How many of them know him? What did he do for them?
Yeah, with country gun, and all of a sudden he countryman now.
Yeah, he wearing country clothes now.
Okay, the foundation. I looking for the website and I take it down. I had to hammer them. This man did not even have a financial statement for the foundation. And take my word for it, Alice Cummings will be the next person the U.S. government investigate for fraud, because he coming in the name of providing a relief to Liberian people. He's taking the corporate donations, which is a write-off, and he's using it for political purposes. That's why he not take that Cummings Foundation down. I know. I went there. No financial statement from 2016 to current. How you can say you finance man? Who has given you the money? How much did they give? Where are you spending it?
I see why they accuse him for figuring documents.
The man is good at figuring documents. He not take it down. Just the way how he took down.
But the man again. I said the man again. He know how to finger.
But exactly, then again, he read on camera, you on video. You
He
know,
say
confused by
he
the
say he
game.
like gay, so he can finger good.
You know, it's a disgrace. And
A
you see
finger
the
man,
problem with us here
finger
is
president.
the, the problem with us is
Man, our children will be at risk, man. Our children, our kids, man. Look at what's going on in America right now, my brother. Eh? To teach homosexual
to children.
courses in kindergarten, I mean, in elementary schools.
Yeah.
You know, the easiest way to control. Look at the animal. You go in the bush, you catch monkey baby, bamboo baby. For you to have that animal to obey you, you got to take all of the animal rights.
Mm-hmm.
You suppress it, you beat it. You know, you hypnotize them.
Yeah.
So children coming up, they are very easy to be manipulated. So
Mm-hmm.
you start training the child from his youth, certain ways of living. That child grows up, the high he's gonna grow. So this is how the demons in our world today trying to change the minds of the people. You know, to start with the kids. And I'm sorry for our children in Liberia, man.
You know,
Alexander coming become president.
and then jumping around useless people. I mean, I'll call the names. Abba
You know,
Tupac. This man is a nightclub bouncer. He almost 60 something years old. He live in America. You don't have a career. You don't have a profession. You jump behind George Weah. You are CDC. You are CDC or chairman. George Weah said he didn't want you. That Alex come and take you. They made you chief of staff. They fire you. And you still running around the place talking about many of them will go depressed. Because Alex Cummings is not going to win any election. Even a job we are in win election, like Alex Cummings cannot win election in Liberia for the reasons we just stated. He's a dishonest man. He supports gay lifestyle, and like he's someone who is not straight with Liberian people.
not just support gay lifestyle, he is.
A building that he doesn't own, so he can come and say, "Oh, I didn't tell you I own a building," but you are portraying that you're building. Your people are your closest advisors are taking pictures and saying you didn't come out to correct them. So the man is corrupt. There's nothing much to say about it. And then I waste the time they can bring Shadin Bronski, my own cousin. She's not gonna help you because her said a useless person. She
You
helped
see,
it.
I would
She
Alex,
helped it. The foreign
Alex,
investor Steve from Liberia.
Alex. I think I would forgive Alexander coming when he to say that Liberian, I said it. I said that I support gay lifestyle. I say I am a gay, but I have repented, or I am no more gay. Maybe we can give him a pass, but he is not even affirming his past confession. He tried to justify everything and call it a bullshit.
Because the man is a
No man, that
criminal.
ain't no bullshit.
You catch
It's
him in a
true.
lie. You catch him in a lie. He will find something else. He won't bribe everybody.
But that's how
He won't.
liars can do. You
Yeah.
can
Let me
never
just
catch
say.
a liar.
Lastly, any human being, any Liberian person that looks at a man like Musa Belede, okay? Here's a man that was over the Liberian Football Association, stole money from them. He went to FIFA representing Liberia FIFA. The FIFA people called him in corruption. They investigated him. He had due process. They convicted him. He's not even allowed to go near a FIFA game or stadium. That's the man on the CPP ticket. Western guy Finley, who was with Charles Taylor and then with George Weah, foreign minister of Weah, Senate Pro Tem on the Ellen. That George Weah. So if you in ANC or CPP, right, you a young person coming up. Because me, I like to deal with the young, stupid people. You a
I
young
know,
person,
right?
you give behind Alex Cummings. Alex Cummings is going to take Western guy Finley and going to take all these corrupt people. Where is the token marking test? The people who destroy your life. Then your fool sitting down there behind him and say, yeah, that Alex Cummings get there. You think when he get there, he'll know you? Did he know you before you were running for president? Did he
No.
get in one Liberian football game? Did he go to any Liberian function before 2016? So don't be stupid. And that's just what it is. The Liberian people, the young people, they are stupid. And that's why they're suffering. You always
And this
want
what
to,
is suffering.
you have no self-esteem. You think that Alex Cummings will save your life. You'll not go to school, get a career, work hard, and make life for yourself. Wait for Alice coming to go to executive mansion so you can enjoy, so you can come buy a house in Liberia. Joe, we will be there for a long time. And the reason Joe will be there because we're so foolish and stupid. We're falling behind
Stupid.
Joe Barker, Gongolo, and Alice Cummings. You think the people that can't see the two people at the scene? If the two people at the scene, why did you change one? You find good leader, you find people with respectable people in society. Then you go jump behind Musa Belede. This corrupt, useless man. All right. That the man that will help Alice Cummings win election. That he the ones who will go come. Yeah, he can get him Mandingo people to support him, the corrupt one. But by and large, Liberia is not for one tribe. Liberia is not for one people. Liberia is not for because you live in Liberia, so you got them boys more than me. Liberia for all of us. What makes you think your voice to support Alice Cummings is more powerful than my voice to tell people not to support him? And people are not supporting because people are getting the truth. You live in America, get your career, retire. You can go to Liberia, go to the Bahamas. But our country, until we change and start being honest with ourselves, where we're not supporting people because of our relative, because we think they'll get our position, we are going nowhere. Only suffering will be there with the 7 poorest countries.
We will continue to suffer. But you see, like you said some time ago, and I agree with you, is that for some of us, we have escape route. You know, I can live in Liberia for a few times and leave and go anywhere. I don't have to stay in line again for no visa to come to America.
Exactly.
And besides, with the opportunity I have, like many other people,
retirement.
You can go anywhere. I can go any part of the world I want to go to.
Let me ask you a question. The place you are in life today, that boy can put you there?
No.
That Alice coming put you there?
None of these people would have been put me there.
So that's the problem I have with these stupid young people. The only way you get somewhere in life is you put yourself there. No political leader, whether you can support them, you can be on Facebook every day. The one that I follow behind George Weah, that ain't know anything. Where are they today? Where are they today? Stop following.
So we try to give you all the ropes. For me, that's why I'm on Facebook. I am so common there. You know, anybody can talk to me. We talk. And, you know, like I've been all over the United States of America, too. You know, I've been all United States of America. I've seen factories. I've seen industry. I've seen farms. I've seen production areas. I bring the idea to the people. I said, this is what we can do to get out of our poverty, and it said that and cost me up.
Let me give you this statistic if we can share it. Liberia, okay, chicken egg we can produce. We importing chicken. Let me put on the screen for the foolish people that will say, "Oh, they're not true again." You know, chicken egg.
Better than you producing chicken egg.
Chicken egg. In 2021, Liberia imported 13.5 million in eggs. Becoming the 55th largest importer of eggs in the world. Okay?
Wow.
Eggs was the 39th most imported product in Liberia. Chicken egg. Why Alice Cummings can go open chicken egg factory in Liberia? If you know business so much. You know, $13 million in chicken egg alone. We importing these things from where? Spain. We in Africa. We importing from Spain, from Poland, from Ukraine, from Turkey, from Portugal. Chicken egg. Then you got Alice coming there running around talking about you businessman. You businessman in your country, they can't even produce chicken egg.
Not even look at the amount of juices, look at the amount of fruits that can spoil in Liberia yearly.
You know, but Mr. Bannie, all I want a hard thing. Chicken, you gotta do nothing. You just lay the egg. You just gotta feed it and lay the egg.
You gotta feed it too.
See, it's natural. You gotta do nothing with a chicken egg.
No.
If you can't produce chicken egg in your country, you are useless. Because that's the easy thing. God said in heaven, He made it where you don't gotta do nothing with a product. You ain't like you gotta go fix it, you gotta manufacture it. If you can't have a chicken egg farm in Liberia to stop the importation of 13.4 million that 1 year. So the last 6 years alone, almost $100 million we paying for chicken, we importing chicken egg. Then you get somebody like Arizona coming talking about I can sell Coca-Cola sugar water for white company, but I can't open business in Liberia until I become president. That is nonsense I should hear.
Right.
Is Dongode saying you talking about Liberia corrupt? Is Nigeria not corrupt? Is Dongode now opening sugar factory and opening refinery? This man is lying about everything. He does not have the resources. He squandered everything on paying people, paying all these useless political people. Took up Nancy, took up McIntyre, Louis Brown. He didn't be Alice coming for free. The only one that behind for free that is stupid one here on the internet. You think Prince Johnson will behind Alice coming for free? You think Burger will behind Alice coming for free? He paying them. You can't buy your way to people's heart. You can't buy trust. You can't buy integrity. You go and take money that other people in like, bro, you ain't got money to even eat in tuition. Then you give it to warlord like Prince Johnson. Then you got talking about you come in with clean hands. You was just as dirty as all of them.
Okay. So, Chu-Chu.
So we'll wrap up.
No, let's ask the Liberian people, right? Among these people we have talked about, who can come in power and bring justice to Liberia?
None of the
will Alexander Cummings be able to punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for any economic criminal crimes? No. Alexander Cummings will not punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Neither way, Alexander Cummings edit or audit Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government.
The man coming to enrich himself. And,
you see?
I think our producer is telling us we need a rapper. I mean, this is a show that a producer. So
those are the things we need to look at. Who will be able to audit past government and audit present government?
No, you just need somebody who is honest and somebody who can stand up to those people and tell them the truth and lock them up for their crimes. Now somebody who's going to take
but none of these people can do it. None of these people will do it.
None of them can do it. And I told you like Brempo a long time ago, and your talk was lying. And now we're seeing how they want to sell the country for $30 million before they even get there. They're lying that they own building that they own. It's a complete mess. They're bringing in all the old weird people and the old child set up people. So again, we lay the case up.
Yeah, so that's it.
You can cause all you want, but we'll tell the truth because there are young people that are listening. And young people, stop following these people. Go to school, start your business, sell your chicken egg, move from behind these young people. Boycott them this election. Don't vote for any one of them because your future, they don't care about it. They're there for they and the corrupt friends and the media people. They're there for the ability, corrupt people. The Rodney CNN, see they running newspaper, complete garbage. They are there to promote politicians. Corrupt ones too. So thank you very much. I think it was a good show. And I have the record yet, and I'll be putting it on the main internet, not Facebook. I'll be
I didn't play Tewan Gonglo now, right?
No, we do Tewan Gonglos again.
Okay.
Let's wait for why Tewan Gonglos should not be present. So we'll come back tomorrow with another edition of Voice of Reasoning. And thank you for joining us. We'll be here. We'll be fighting for the Liberian people. And we'll be speaking truth to power and voice of reason. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless.